You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hello, I'm Juan Fernandez, and here's a look at some of your top stories. Another primary day this week. Voters in 4 states will be heading to the polls tomorrow, and since Nikki Haley suspended her campaign, it's a rematch between President Biden and former President Donald Trump. KCAL News reporter Skylar Henry live in Washington, D.C. with the very latest from the dueling campaign trails. Skylar, good to have you.
Hey, Juan, good afternoon to you. These candidates are focusing on their policies and their objectives should they win the White House late this November. But they're also trading barbs at one another, critical of their policies and of their rhetoric moving forward.
President Biden took aim at former President Trump's health care policies during a campaign stop in the battleground state of New Hampshire.
Republicans will cut Social Security and Medicare to give us more tax cuts for the wealthy. Even this morning, Donald Trump said cuts to Social Security and Medicare are on the table again.
Despite the stepped-up attacks on Trump, Monday morning, Biden told city leaders from across the U.S. that he's making progress on uniting the country.
I promise to be president for all Americans, whether they voted for me or not. And we're making that real progress in red communities and blue communities. In fact, there are more investments going to red communities than blue communities.
But in a recent CBS News poll, 61% of Americans surveyed described the state of the country as divided.
Hello, Georgia.
Trump continues to take aim at Biden's border policies in both his rallies and on social media.
Biden has implemented a formal policy that illegal aliens who intrude into the United States are granted immunity from deportation.
During a campaign stop in Georgia this weekend, Trump met with the family of Laken Riley. The suspect in the nursing student's murder crossed the border illegally.
Laken Riley would be alive today if Joe Biden had not willfully and maliciously eviscerated the borders of the United States.
Trump also criticized Biden for apologizing for calling the suspect an illegal rather than undocumented during the State of the Union address.
And the president specified in an interview that he should have said undocumented and not illegal. But this just goes to show that over the course of these next 8 months leading up to November, each of them and their words will be picked apart, scrutinized at rallies, interviews, and of course elsewhere along the campaign trail. We're in Washington. I'm Skylar Henry. Juan, back to you.
All right, Skylar Henry, live from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for that. Back here, a teenager killed in a deputy shooting in Apple Valley over the weekend. KCAL News reporter Michele Gile is working on that investigation for us this afternoon.
I'm on a very difficult story today in Apple Valley. Behind me here is the home of a 15-year-old boy. He lived here with his family. They tell me that he had autism. Deputies showed up here over the weekend after a 911 call was made about the boy assaulting people inside of the home. When deputies showed up, shots were fired after the boy came at law enforcement with a very large gardening tool. I talked to the family attorney today, and he tells me that the gunshots aren't what killed this boy, that something else killed him. So we're going to get into all of this in my story tonight on KCAL News, as well as talk to neighbors and that lawyer. We have some pictures of the boy and more details on this very, very sad incident.
Right, more from Michelle coming up here at 4 o'clock. Meantime, Orange County officials say that oil sheen seen in Huntington Beach appears to be natural seepage of the crude bubbling in the ocean. The Coast Guard says tests from the area's rigs didn't match the oil spotted in a 2.5-mile sheen last Thursday. The agency collected more than 1,000 pounds of oil waste and recovered 85 gallons of oil from that sheen. All right, turning now to your weather, let's take a live look outside. Here's Long Beach, clear skies out there over the water. But what can we expect for the week? KCAL meteorologist Paul Diano has your next weather.
How you doing, meteorologist Paul Diana? We're talking sunrise because, man, was it late today. 7:07, we sprung forward. We've moved that hour of daylight from the morning to the evening. So you early risers, you're going to be in it for the next couple of weeks. 7:07, the sunrise today, but we're gaining about a minute and a half of daylight every day. So if you add that up over several weeks, by the 8th of April, we're back to 6:30 on the sunrise, May the 4th, Star Wars Day. 6 o'clock will be the sunrise as early as 5:14 come late spring and early summer. A lot of sunshine out there today. Some clouds banking up against the San Bernardinos and a few clouds moving out toward Palm Springs. Aside from that, partly to mostly sunny skies. San Bernardino this afternoon and this evening. I do think we'll see return of low cloud cover tonight. The onshore breeze is still there. That's doing a few things. One, we're cooler today. Two, we'll be cloudier at night. So clouds are back as early as 9 o'clock after afternoon in the 60s. But I love all these zeros. These are your rain chances, and the rain chances are non-existent over the next 6 days. We stay dry for a while. High temperatures today. Mid to upper 60s, Burbank 67, Camarillo 65, Fullerton and Chino also 67. Your extended forecast, it gets better because it gets warmer. The two coolest days of the next 7 will be today and tomorrow because of the onshore breeze. Winds will flip back to an offshore wind, a little breezy Wednesday and Thursday, low 70s. Then we just keep the sunshine and warm it up to 74 on Saturday and 75 on Sunday. That's your KCAL forecast.
A new AAA report reveals tow truck drivers is one of the deadliest jobs in the U.S. KCAL News reporter Jeff Nguyen explains the new findings.
Jeff Nguyen here in University Park, and we are at the headquarters of AAA, where you can see right behind us is a tow truck with flashing lights. The reason we are here is to draw attention to a new AAA study which found that tow truck operators have been killed nationally nearly 4 times more than what has been recorded by law enforcement agencies. And the reason that is important is because we come back to these lights here. A lot of folks don't know that when a tow truck's lights are flashing, your job by law, especially here in California, is to first slow down or pull over and give the tow truck operator some room. We spoke to a tow truck operator earlier, and he says that over his nearly 30-year career, he has seen people becoming less and less patient with him and his coworkers. In fact, a while ago, he was hit by a car. That car drove by and the side mirror hit him in the back and injured him. And he has lost at least 3 friends in the profession because of this. So we are going to talk to AAA about why this is happening and what folks can do. And what's also really cool about what we are about to report is that AAA has helped to develop a new feature in a number of map apps, such as Apple Maps, as well as Waze, as well as the map applications in Stellantis cars, which basically say that when you are about 30 seconds away from a tow truck that is in service at the side of the road, you will get a warning on your map to basically slow down or pull over. And we will have more on this for you on KCAL News beginning at 4 p.m.
This has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. I'm Juan Fernandez, and we'll be back live here at 4 on CBS News Los Angeles.